That song is so catchy. Oh, why am I so shiny again? Hi, everyone. Started the music. I hit go live. And I'm like, shit, I don't have any earbuds. And I'm going to need them tonight. So I had to run across the room and grab them. Where's the hole? Ah, I found it. Okay. Ooh, why am I still in theater mode? Okay, there we go. Now we can see the chat. Hey, everyone, what's up? Who do we got here? Hey, Reagan. Hey, Sue Elliott. Hey, Megan. Caroline. Say, Steve. What's up? Autistic Shill. Hi, and hi, Steffi. Hi, Ginger Lee. Sally Godfrey. Poodlerific. Annette. Vital. John. I know, right? I hate it when I can't find the hole. Laura, Sunny D, feeling kind of breezy. Beth Yance, my Linda, Lisa, just Lisa, Olivia, Billy, what's up? All right. All right, so I originally intended to do this as a video, but I had technical difficulties the first time, and the second time I didn't like how it was going, so I just stopped. So I fucking just do a live stream, just jump in head first. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Renelle. What's up? Eliar. Okay, so now it's weird how things just happen to work out or become coincidental, really, because I don't think I've seen this video before. I think I would have remembered. So when I did finally see this video, and it was right around the time Katie was calling out Todd for attacking her son, and that's when I watched this video, and I thought, wow, what a fucking hypocrite. But I sat on it though for a minute because I felt like that there's more to this video. Like I at least there was more I could discuss on a stream about it. And I did. I gave it some thought. And the thing is, what I realized that I need or want or should, what I want to discuss really is taking a little bit of personal responsibility in my own actions in the past here, because I didn't know the full story about something. Now I feel I know much more of the full story. And had I known it then, I think that would have altered anything I would have said or done, anything I did say or done afterwards. So taking that into consideration, I also want to take this opportunity to tell this creator that I am sorry. I should have reached out. I should have at the very least, just got their side of the story before I ever said anything out against them or about the situation. And I failed to do that. And that was kind of dickish of me. So for that, I apologize. And I also want people to know that, because this was kind of a, I don't know, this was a very hot, like it was a debated and contested situation. So what I'm saying and doing here is not to hope or to try and convince anyone else to do anything different. This is only for me. And I am finding it within myself right now, a need and a want to do this for me and for me, really. So I don't even need to discuss it with anyone. I just want to put that out there in case people see this and they're like, oh, fuck that. That's how you are, cool. That's how you can be. But I'm not like, I'm no longer, oh, fuck that. That's all I'm saying. Now the video I'm talking about, and I didn't even look at my chat. She could be here for all. No, I don't think she is. But video I'm talking about came out in November. And the video was about something that happened in June. And the creator I'm talking about is All Things Sassy. And if anyone was around or whatever back in June, you probably remember the fallout she had with pretty much the whole community. And everyone spoke on it for the most part, myself included. Now, I didn't know the full story, and I'm going to go through this as I commentate on her video here. I'm going to stop it and just talk about what was going on at the time. And though, I mean, there's reasons or whatever why I assumed what I did, and it's no excuse. I was wrong, but I just want to explain things. So, and there's a lot to this. There's a lot that's going to be discussed and mentioned as a result of this video, namely and mostly Katie Joy exploiting the fuck out of her kid. Well, no, okay, she was using her kid. She was more or less exploiting Sassy giving a shit about her kid. That's what she was doing. And it's unbelievable. Like, I saw it as it happened a little bit, but not about Sassy. I saw her pretty much exploiting the situation, Katie. But I didn't know it was to this degree. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. For her to then come at Todd or anyone else ever for attacking her kid is just, it's probably the most hypocritical thing she has ever done. And that's saying a lot. So now this video is like 48 minutes long, but I'm starting it at like almost 16 and a half minutes in. In the beginning of the video, Sassy talks about the falling out she had with the subreddit Discord. I'm not going to get into that. I wasn't there. I knew nothing about that, whatever. That's, that's not, it doesn't relate to anything I'm talking about here tonight. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to take my sock off. So if we're picking it up here at where I'm picking it up at, she's explaining her whole thought process for contacting Katie back then. And well, I'm just going to pick it up and I'll explain as we go. Again, I'm all glowy. So the name of this video is My Story, What I Told Without a Crystal Ball. And I don't have, the date never comes up because it's stupid. Oh, history. I'm not even in history. Okay, so the date was...
She was still...
November 17th. All right, I thought it was either the 17th or 21st. November 17th, this video came out. This is in relation to what happened right around, I think she said June 18th is the date she gives. She's going to give the date in just a second. Now, I watched all but the last 5 minutes of this video, so I already know much of what I'm going to say and talk about, but I don't know, some things may come to me. Let me just check chat here real quick before I get started. Okay. And again, like I said, this is me. This is me doing this for me, and take it for what you will. I don't, whatever. That's all on you. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I don't steal from kids. Hey, Allison. It's a weird name. I don't steal from kids. Who does steal from kids? Well, unless you're taking candy from a baby. Which they, babies really shouldn't have candy. They're choking hazards. So I think everyone should take candy from babies. It's the responsible thing to do. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to get to playing the video. What would I do this to? So that way I can see if I'm glowing.
She was still digging. She was, yeah, I don't even know where to go there. I'm just telling you it was crazy, right? So anyways, again, all of this happened on Friday, June 18th. On Saturday morning, I let it set through the night. I went to bed. I still was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I just wanted to tell them. I felt they needed to know. So I had to think it out through the night, right? All night, I kept thinking, your channel, you have built your channel. If you do this, it will finish you, right? That's the ultimate betrayal to this community, is to talk to her. Was it worth it? I just kept thinking, is it worth it? Is it worth, if something had happened, and I mean anything, it was false CPS reports, right? So if they came and dragged that little boy out of that house and took him to the hospital, just like Irish said the other day in the Don't F with the Unicorns video, if they had taken that little boy to the hospital and made him strip down for an investigation, a false investigation, it would freaking destroy that child for life, y'all. It's not worth it. Right? And you think I'm on the Paulsons payroll because I don't want their child to be tormented for life because of false accusations from a crazy nut in the UK? Call me a flip-flopper. Does it hurt? Yes. Do I like it? No. Do I work for the Paulsons? No. Have I ever? No. However, I am not going to sit back and know that someone flat out told me they are filing CPS reports against a family because they don't like them. And I know about it. And I'm supposed to just sit back and keep my mouth shut because, hey, everybody hates Katie. Don't give Katie anything. It bothered me. I thought about it all night. I hardly slept that night. I thought about it. My channel meant so much to me. It was fun. But I thought, look, you've already lost all the people from Discord.
See, and when I was listening to this, like, this is one of the first things that kind of, I don't know, I felt like connected with me because, like, for granted, what I was hemming and hawing over wasn't involving a kid, let alone her kid, but like the inner turmoil of not knowing what to do because you're considering, the backlash but what'll happen if you don't do it? Because you feel and you know that this is the right thing to do, but is it that right? I mean, is not doing it that wrong? Because you don't really want to put yourself in that position. So I get it. I get what she was going through. I think we all know when I had this inner turmoil, and I'm still fucking catching shit for it, but whatever. I don't regret it.
Because of your channel. Was that worth it? No. I thought I had a lot of friends in there. Not friends like, I didn't tell them about my daily life, but I had people to talk to. But I've got people in real life to talk to, so it really wasn't that big of a deal. So on Saturday, I decided, you know what? I don't care. I don't care about the channel. I don't care about any of this. All I kept thinking about was that little boy getting hurt or being traumatized for life because of a random nobody on the internet. So I told nobody. No one. I told myself, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to message Katie, and it is what it is. So Katie has me blocked everywhere, literally. So I had to go to, at the time, Todd had an Instagram page up for the guitars called Von Art Guitar.
And at the time this played out, what I had said was like, well, at this much I do still disagree with, and I think she even disagrees with what she did. When you hear her in a little bit, you'll see what I mean. But like, you never go to Katie. Never go to Katie. You never, even in a situation like this, there are other avenues to take, and ones that will definitely have a better outcome. And I get it though. Sassy just didn't know this. I mean, I think a lot of people in this community kind of learn the lesson that you just don't even bother giving Katie the benefit of the doubt, because it will always just get spit right in your face, really. And I said at the time that this happened that, she was wrong. I think she was wrong to go to Katie. What she should have done is go to Salts. Well, no, just knowing what I know now, I think I was wrong about that too. I don't think that Salts would have been the right avenue either. I didn't think of this other alternative then. That's why I didn't say anything. But now, knowing everything I know, I think in this situation, like, and I'm saying this because I don't think it'll ever happen again, but should it happen again? If it were me, I would contact the investigation directly. I would contact the sheriff's department. I would tell them what it is I know and give them what I have and leave it at that, because that way the investigation wouldn't get muddied and everything. And okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. But I just want to throw that out there because I know what I said back then, but I was even wrong about that.
I sent him a message and it looked like he wasn't getting it. And I didn't know if it's because I wasn't following him or what. So I hit follow him, and he sent me a message right immediately that basically said, I had done a video debunking the whole Todd having another kid thing, that was false.
Steve here says in the comments, there was no reason to vilify Sassy, though. Was it a wrong move? Clearly, as you said, nothing good can come from going to Katie. But I don't think Sassy thought she had other options. And You're right. And this is one of the things that I never knew about or whatever. I never thought about it. I never heard this before. And Sassy's going to explain all of that. And her explanation, and along with her recollection of events, it all lines up. So, and she sounds genuine and everything in her voice. So yeah. And this is when it hit me like, wow, I fucked up. I should have fucking reached out to her. I should have asked her. I should have talked to her, because I don't think I was particularly cruel to her, but I definitely did not have her back. I definitely did not take much consideration into things. And I know that I did speak out against it. So.
And he screenshot like my, he screenshot my thumbnail in the video and sent me a message. Look, I don't have the messages anymore because he's deactivated that page. So there is nothing in my inbox between me and Todd at all. I guess it all disappeared when he deactivated his page. So I can't go back and pull any of that. But Todd sent me a message with that screen grab that said, "You're fucking kidding, right? Unless you want to buy a guitar," he basically told me to fuck off. And I wrote back and said, no, I need to talk to you. Seriously, this is important. And, and he was like, you made videos about me or something. I mean, he was being a total ass, right? And I was like being the little girl that's in a ball, like, no, please listen to me. Listen. I swear I'm not a bad person. Listen to me. I'm not a troll. I mean, I probably looked like a little bitch. I'm just saying. And he finally said, "Dude, you did a video, this, that, and the other, talking about that video." And I said, no, seriously, go watch the video. I was debunking the rumor. I did not start the rumor. I was trying to stop it. Seriously, go watch it. And he said, "I'll go watch." And so he stepped away apparently. And I was messaging him. And I was like, "Look, this Nat chick has sent me a message. I feel y'all are in danger. She wants videos of Vaughn. She wants this and that and the other. And y'all need to know this. And Katie's got me blocked and there's no way I can tell her." And anyway, he comes back and he watched the video. And in the video, I had said that a family member had verified that there was no other kid, right? And when I said that, his first response was, "Okay, I watched the video and thanks, but you can understand why I came at you the way I did," right? He said, "Katie said you were just trashing her on Twitter yesterday." And I said, "Yes, I was. I did. I have been. But I'm telling you, this..."
I would have been like, yeah, and I'm sure I'll be trashing her again on Twitter in an hour from now. It's not the point.
Happened, and I felt y'all needed to know. All shit to the side. It's serious. This isn't about that anymore, And he was like, "You reached out to my family members. That's creepy as F. I want to know," he said, "here's the deal. I want to know exactly who you are, your true identity." He said, "And I want to know who the family member you reached out to is, because that's weird as fuck." And again,
see, here is where I think Sassy was also mistaken. I don't think that this was Todd talking at that time, because Todd, I think, would have expressed and shown concern for what it is Sassy was going to tell them about the kid. But no, instead they're coming back with, "Well, no, I want to know who it is in the subreddit or in the Reddit or whatever." That's what they want to know. That's the first thing on their mind. You know who had that first thing on their mind? That was Katie. That was not Todd.
I apologize, you guys. I full on apologize. This is part of the reason why everybody hates me, what I'm fixing to tell you. I told him, "I'm not creepy. Dude, I've not been reaching out to your family, okay? You've got one family member that is in the Reddit Discord, and I reached out to that person, and I asked them. I haven't Googled your name. I haven't been searching for your family members. I didn't shoot off a bunch of messages till I got an answer. You have a family member in the Reddit Discord, and I asked them, and they verified it." And then he demanded, Who is it? And I don't know the girl. So how was I supposed to know? Like, I could be like, "Oh, well, it's your sister Sue." I don't know him. I don't know his family, and I don't know that girl. Like, I'd only had a handful of conversation with her ever. And I said, "Look, it's the same chick that did the Ask Me Anything on your family on Reddit. It's her. I don't know who she is. I want to know her name." I don't know her name, dude. I don't know her. I'm just telling you. She's the girl that's in the Reddit on the Discord. It's her. I sent him 2 screenshots of our messages, which, look, basically didn't say anything, but it said enough to get my ass in trouble, and I never should have done it. But I was trying to make them understand. I thought it was serious. I wanted them to trust me. I wanted them to believe me. Call it fight or flight. I don't know. I never should have sent the damn direct message, but I did. And they figured out who it was. And with that, what do you think happens? Katie goes on a friggin' rant, and instead of trying to talk to the girl personally, she blasted on an Instagram live, and she doxes Todd's own family member everywhere. I did not dox her. I didn't know who she was. All I did was send a message. Kate.
That's crazy. Here's someone, I don't care if it's a hater or not. Here's someone reaching out to you to give you information that's it concerns your family and some potential harm that could be coming. And all Katie wanted to do was go on Instagram and out this family member. Now, you see, I could see her still wanting to know who the family member is. I get that. I don't know. I think most normal people would have first gotten the information that Sassy was offering, then followed it up with who is this family member. And even then, upon learning who it is, a normal person would have contacted the family member privately and handled it privately. But no, that's not what this is about. This isn't about normal shit. This is about vendettas and vindictiveness and entitlement. That's what this is about. The only thing Katie cared about was going after the people who she felt harmed her. She just wanted to make the world around her burn. She didn't give a shit about this potential harm to her own kid.
Katie and then went back and read all the AMA stuff, and they figured out who it was. And then they doxed her. Katie doxed her to everybody, saying who she was, how she's in the family, how they don't talk, all kinds of stuff. And, it all came back on me because I'm the one that went to Todd. So naturally and understandably, at this point, I have done the ultimate betrayal to the community by taking something to Katie. I betrayed the entire Discord by giving him information on that girl. Again, still to this day, don't know her, so couldn't tell you who she is. But by doing so, I shared a DM. So now you'll see these random messages all the time saying, don't DM with Sassy. She'll be showing them to everybody. No, I don't.
Yeah. And I have to say, whether I heard this video or not, if Sassy just wanted to expose DMs or whatever to, I don't know, give Katie something to bitch about, then she would have showed her, like, minus Sassy's DMs. I mean, it was nothing really particularly bad, but yeah, we talked some shit about Katie. But that never happened. So I would still trust DMing with Sassy. That's me.
I don't. I haven't. I did screw up. I did do that, but I've admitted to it. I even made a community post after I did it, and I took it down after so long. And then people said, oh, look, you deleted it. You're terrified. You're a coward. So I made the post again, and I answered every single question. There was like 300, 400 comments under that post by the time it was done, and I did not leave one single question unanswered. I answered everybody.
Dude, that's huge. I don't care, because, like, there's still some streams, like, not many, like half a dozen at most, but there's still some streams I've done that I had not yet looked at the comments. I mean, most of them are old, but yeah, I just never just really got up to looking at the comments, I guess, because it's one thing to spend your time fighting with people online about issues, about things, whatever. It's another thing when you're fighting with people online on behalf of yourself. It's emotionally draining, and it's stressful, and it doesn't make you feel good afterward. You really have to be up to it and in the mood for it, to explain yourself, to convince people, to make your case, whatever. So for her to say that she responded to each and every comment, there were like 300 comments, like that, I would need like a week's vacation after that. So
whether it threw my ass under the bus or not, I did it. You know why? Because I owed it to everybody. I let everybody down, and I just owed the answers to people I didn't even know. I thought I owed them an answer. So let's move on now. After I did this, right? After me and Todd, we were in this conversation, like in the middle of a conversation, he made the comment. He was like, of course, it was like almost like maybe it was Katie talking, but I don't know. But it was like, well, you were just trashing her yesterday, and you harass her. Your entire page is about her. Your entire channel's about her. And I'm like, I'm not a damn troll. Would you listen to me? You are in danger. Scratch what all the hell I've done in the past month, 2 months. You need to listen to what I'm telling you. This lady is crazy. She is asking for, this, that, and the other of your son. And I said, if you don't believe me and you don't want to take me seriously, I said, I will go delete every damn video on my page right now. And I did. Matter of fact, I asked Katie how to do it. And she told me. On a PC, you can go to this, select all, and delete whatever, private.
Do you hear that? Wow. And like, I remember Sassy doing this. Like she up and left, she left Twitter. She took down her channel. I remember this. And this, at the time when this happened, people were saying how she was like a sock for Katie, or she was a secret agent for Katie or whatever. But it looked like that. It looked like that might've been true at the time, because here she was, I heard that she handed information over to Katie, and then all of her shit disappears. So it looks like she came in to get information. Then once she got it, she just up and left. That's what it looked like. I'm not proud of myself because even I know better than to just take something as it looks at face value. Like sometimes you just have to dig a little bit more to get to the truth. And I didn't do that. And I was wrong. I was an asshole. I was wrong. Yeah. So, but listen to this though. It sounds to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds to me like Sassy hasn't even gotten to the point where she told them what it is, this danger, this potential harm was yet. And it sounds like Katie's first making her jump through all of these hoops before Katie even gives her the opportunity to give Katie a heads up. Like, what the fuck is that? Who does that? Like, she's like saying, like, this is what it sounds like to me. Katie is saying, I'm not even going to give you my ear for you to lay these words and this warning upon until you do these things. And the things that she's asking Sassy to do are of no consequence. They have nothing to do with their kid. They're not going to help keep her kid safe or anything. They have nothing to do with the situation. Katie is exploiting the fuck out of this just to be a bitch. But yet here she is trying to call out the Chrisleys for attacking her kid. Like, she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't.
Whatever I did, and I sat in front of that computer and I cried, y'all, because I knew I'm losing everything. I'm losing all the videos. I did not download the videos. I deleted them, every one of them. It even says, beware, you're going to lose it. You can't get it back. And I'm like, just do it, man. You need them to know. I just kept thinking about that little boy.
See, that would have kind of crushed me a little bit. I mean, there's probably some videos and streams on here that they were to disappear, whatever, I wouldn't care. But had my channel still been kind of newer, like within a year old or something, like everything on the channel was like valuable to me because it was an accomplishment. I knew nothing about editing, any of this shit. I knew some shit about the internet, but when it came to any media or video, I knew nothing. And so I had to learn, and it was an ordeal. So in streaming, if anyone was around in the beginning of my channel, it took me and Tia months, like literally months, to figure out how to live stream to where both of us could be on screen and we could show a screen. Months. Okay. So everything on my channel, at least for the first year, I'd say I was very proud of, and it would have crushed me to have lost it. And here she was willing to do this on behalf of Katie's kids. She cared more about the fucking kid than Katie.
And I deleted it all, every bit of it. Matter of fact, I went back to Twitter and deactivated my Twitter because I wanted them to know I was serious and I had information they needed. So I thought, you know what Katie did with this information? Posted it on Instagram. Of course she did. There was never any talk about, you need to talk to my attorney. There was never any, can you send these, email these to me? Nothing. So I went backtrack. So while I was talking to Todd on Von Art Guitar, Katie popped in and said, this is Katie. I've unblocked you. Message me. And so I messaged her over there, on her Without a Crystal Ball page. And of course she starts I've been harassed. You've been harassing me. Anybody that messes, Shins can tell you, Irish can tell you, anybody that talks to Katie can tell you, you will take an ass chewing from hell from her. And it's stupid. Why did I do it? Because I was doing it for Vaughn. She didn't even care. She used the shit to take it to Instagram to play victim. She took it to Instagram to dox her own family member. I've even got a message where I told the person that I asked who Nat was, because I didn't know at the time, I even told them, what I've got, she's going to want me to talk to attorneys and everything, and I'm not getting into all that. Well, hell, I didn't have to. She didn't want it. She just wanted to post it and say, yeah, look at me, I'm being harassed.
See, Sassy expected, after giving this to Katie, that Sassy would then have to deal with authorities over this. There wasn't even a thought to Katie. Like, it never came close to that. Instead, Katie just took the information, threw Sassy under the bus, and just fucking went after everyone and used it to push her own agenda.
Which told me more than I needed to know. But you know what? It was too late. I'd already deleted everything. I'd already lost Discord. I deactivated my account. I even so much as told her, do not share these with anybody. And you know what she says? You are harassing me. You're a bully. You're part of the problem. You. So yeah, and I took an ass chewing. And that entire night, all Saturday, all through Saturday, I mean, the entire day, Katie, it's just like Matt Byers said, Katie becomes part of your everyday routine. Not that I talked to her, but for like 2 days, I think is all I talked to her. But it was constant. Like literally to the point, she was like, you're being weird. I'm not being weird. Like, I don't know what you're asking me. She kept asking me about Little Miss Noble. She was asking me about Nat. And I'm like, I don't know anything about any of this. Nothing. All I can tell you is Nat sent me a message and I'm letting you know I think she's crazy and you're in danger. And that's all I had. But she wanted more and more and more and more and more. And for a split second, I did feel sorry for her because, you know, she did tell me some things I didn't know in regards to some things that had been done to her. Whether or not it's true now, I don't know. But at the time, I was like, gosh, man, I've been a big part of the problem. I've been bullying her for what? Like, I feel awful.
Now, I think, again, we're going to compare this to normal people. I think normal people in this situation would, even if it was from a hater, would be thankful or grateful for this information, for the person just putting this above all else. You know, this was their most important priority. Never mind all this other bullshit going on between the two of us. This is what's important. Here you go. Okay, I think most people would be like, holy shit, dude, thank you. Thank you. You know, and I would think most people in Sassy's situation would walk away from that exchange thinking, okay, good. I feel like I did the right thing. But no, not with Katie. Instead, Katie has Sassy walking away from the situation, feeling like, you know, she's part of the problem. She's part of what caused Katie to allegedly, well, fuck allegedly, what caused Katie to fake want to hurt herself. This is what Sassy's walking away feeling. This is what Katie did. Katie, instead of saying, dude, thank you, Katie instead made her feel like shit.
Probably been part of the reason she's been suicidal at times, right? I would tear into my kids' butts if I knew they were doing somebody online like that. And here I am doing it. What a role model, right? It's embarrassing. You know?
I didn't even catch that the first time. Holy shit. So yeah, Sassy just now says, what a role model I am. Holy shit. You know, she's throwing herself under the bus, basically, you know, feeling nothing like a role model. Meanwhile, here's Katie, who doesn't even give a shit that any of this was coming at her kid. I mean, not that I'm not saying Katie should have put Sassy up on a pedestal, whatever, but I mean, Katie should have at least not caused Sassy to feel like nothing at all, like a role model to Sassy's own fucking kids. I mean, what the fuck?
It took about 2 days of talking to her for me to realize, like, I shouldn't have told her anything. She wasn't worth it. Vaughn was worth it. Katie was not. And still to this day, I take heat because, you know, Todd was so freaking kind to me. So kind. Katie, on the other hand, asked you and after asked you and after asked you, and I took, when Todd, and again, I only talked to Todd that one day on that Saturday. That's it. And the last thing he said to me was, like, no offense, but this is where the rubber meets the road or whatever. Like, we got to part ways. No offense to you, but he said, I'm just trying to run a business here and I don't want no drama and I stay out of the drama. And he said, Katie always says there's room on YouTube for everybody. He said, may I make a suggestion to you? And that was like, you know, make content and do it, you know, give the people something that they want, but try not to build it off of hate. And so
I love how Ty says, you know, Katie says that there's room for everyone on YouTube, but how about you try not running your channel and hate? Because, like, obviously he's doing that because that's his wife's fucking lane. You know, like, dude, don't give my wife competition. Let her have her channel. You go do something else. But Katie says that there's room enough for everyone on YouTube. That's how I hear that. Whether or not that's the case, but that's in my head. It is.
I do take up for him sometimes, you know, because, like, he was nice to me. Have I seen him say some mean stuff online? Yes, but I think it's, you know, if you have CPS coming in your home and you have all this drama and cops showing up all the time and you feel this person and that person may be the cause, I think I'd pop off too, right? I mean, I'd pop off at the mouth too and be like, look, you little whatever. I get it. But, you know, if you ever talk to him one-on-one, like, he's not like that, or at least he wasn't in that time. But I mean, I gave them what I felt like. He was more appreciative of the information I gave him than Katie was. Todd was innocent of like, yes, thank you for providing this. We really do greatly appreciate it. This, that, and the other. Where Katie's over there like, you're part of the problem. I've been harassed. I've been stalked. You've no idea the lies these people have made up on me. Anyway, I figured out real quick, you know, what was true and what wasn't. Because the minute she took it to social media was like, whoa, yeah, she didn't care. She just wanted the information out there.
Yeah, like, Nat had approached me and much about the same shit as she did Sassy here. I don't remember when Nat and I talked. It was the first time we ever spoke on the phone, and it was like either April or May. I want to say May. I'm not positive though, but I can't recall it because we spoke through Instagram, and it was like 3 accounts ago for Nat, so it's lost. But when we spoke on the phone, she told me that she needed, and she even used the term raw footage with me too, of abuse or whatever of Katie or Todd, but mostly Katie abusing Von. And I'm like, I never saw anything like that, and not that I've seen everything Katie's ever put out there, but I think I've been around in this community long enough where had something like that existed, I would have been known about it, but whatever. So when she told me this, I didn't do anything because I just thought I felt like, well, if the investigation is needing this before they do anything, then they're never going to get it because it doesn't exist. It never even dawned on me about, Nat like somehow creating it or whatever. And I'm not even sure how you would create a video. I mean, audio is one thing, but a video is another thing like that. But yeah, that's why I never said anything. And I don't know. But like, again, I had been around in this community long enough to where like, and I think I had to learn this lesson several times over before I finally, or just accepted it. But like, and I'd never quite learned the lesson though, in quite in the manner Sassy has. For me, it was like I withheld putting out a video, or I withheld an idea, I withheld a joke, I withheld a dig or whatever, because it felt too harsh, and I felt like this could cause damage, and this could prevent, something good. I just felt like she didn't deserve it, and she doesn't deserve it in most things, don't get me wrong. But I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. And several times over, I learned that there's no point. But yeah.
And I'm sorry, this video has been super long and I've got off. I done lost it. Look, I quit using my notes and went off on a tangent here, but I just had to get this out there, because like I've seen a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I advise you to watch. I'm not sure what it's called, but maybe I'll go find it and I'll drop it in the description below. But Charlotte did a video on this, I think yesterday or the day before, and I watched it today. And that's what triggered this video for me. Was she's not wrong. She said she went from being liked by everybody to overnight everybody hating her. And
There wasn't quite the same situation though. I mean, I wouldn't compare the two.
She was losing subscribers, and like, I get it. The same thing happened to me. When I talked to Katie, that was it. People were done with me. Done. Still to this day, people will tell you I'm messy, that I'm about drama, I'm two-faced. No, I'm not. And if you think that, hit that unsubscribe, because I don't need you here. I don't. It's not about the numbers with me. I want you to be here because you want to be here. I don't want you to be here because you think you know something that you don't. And I don't need you to be here because you want to tell me how I'm a flip-flopper and how I'm messy. And I'm not messy, and I don't flip-flop. But I do have a heart, and I'm a human, and
I don't know if I passed over it or not. Wait, let me check the transcription. Oh. I can't recall a word really to search for. I'm gonna do this.
I'm a mother, more importantly. And I would hope that if somebody was trying to start some crap on...
There we go. Okay. All right, yeah, I think I skipped over it. Okay, so I wanted to explain this too. I think I skipped over it. She says in the video how the reason why she didn't go to anyone else is because she didn't feel like she had anyone else she could go to. She had this falling out with the Discord. She explains that in the first half of the video that I skipped over. So she didn't really have anyone in there she could speak to. And she said that any other people in the community, everyone was like showing off or whatever, just they kept attaching, you know, the I stand with Nat hashtag. So, and here's Sassy thinking, well, no one's going to fucking believe me, you know? I mean, thing is, not everyone quite stood with Nat, but not everyone made it public either, because they didn't want to muddy the investigation and everything else. And I mean, it's sad that that hashtag even came to be in existence, really, to be honest. But yeah, that's why she didn't go to anyone else in the community. She didn't feel like she could. And I want to throw that out there, because I mean, that's gotta suck. And again, I'm sorry. I mean, for granted, this, by the time I would have come out and asked questions, it would have been after, you know, this had happened and everything. But like I said, you know, after this happened, I bet that she really felt like she didn't have anyone she could talk to. And that sucks. So I am sorry.
Me like that somebody would come tell me, and not everybody just laugh at me and make videos about it. Like, ha ha, CPS is headed to her house. Like, it's not funny. She's not going to do, I'm not saying that CPS is warranted there anyway, but she's not going to do anything on camera for all of us to see, because she knows CPS would be at her house. So it's really ridiculous that, I don't know, the CPS would even think that there's a video out there of anything going on. Anyways, if you're aware of the Nat situation, Nat is crazy. And the attorney, big high profile attorney in the lawsuit, has come out and said that Nat, in fact, is behind all the hacking and the threats to Michael Saltz, to Emily D. Baker. Yeah. So I'm not going to say I was right, but I am going to tell you, Nat is dangerous. Nat is crazy. No one needs to give Nat any attention. And the reason we ended up as a community.
See, and what sucks is that, like, Nat being behind it could have been found out a lot sooner. But, yeah.
In this rift where, like, the community, like, it got, you know, it's split in all these branches. You've got over here, you've got a Discord group that don't like a Twitter group, and you got a Twitter group that don't like this group, and this group doesn't like that group. So there's so many groups within the community. And in Katie's eyes, it doesn't matter. We're all one. We are all one, and we are all ran by one person. It's all false. I don't run by nobody. Nobody tells me what to do. Nobody tells me what to make my videos about. But if you listen to Katie, she will say, oh, no, you were told by Truth Salute to do it, or you were told by Creepshow Art to do it, or Steve McRae told you. No, I do it because I want to, because I enjoy it. It's funny. But I don't do anything harsh. I will debunk a rumor. I don't make up lies. I don't flip-flop. I try to keep it clean. I try to support people that need supported. And it's really rough. This whole Nat situation has started such a fire and caused so many people so much heartache in their real life even. I mean, they went real life with some people. And it's bad. It was bad. And thankfully, thankful that there were some people working behind the scenes. I wish I could think of them all offhand right now. I know I'm not going to be able to, but Shins was one of them. Irish Badass was one. CEF on Twitter, that was one. Maybe Pickles, I think. And there was another lady.
And Reagan was another one. And the thing is, though, about working behind the scenes is that if you want to get information, if you want to get to the bottom of things, you don't want to tip the person off. So you don't make it public. You don't go public with your suspicions or your investigation or your activities. I mean, just
in there, Froggy maybe, and then somebody else. But anyways, these people were working behind the scenes, trying to get to the bottom of it, talking back and forth with Nat, and they got her to finally confess. And I'm glad. I hope the community can heal. I felt like this video has needed to be made for the longest time, but I'm afraid, you know, I'm probably going to lose subscribers after this. Some of you may not even know, and now you're going to be like, oh, you talked to Katie? Yeah, I'm out of here. Fine. I can't make you stay, right? But I will tell you this. If you are a creator, I'm just saying, put yourself in Katie's shoes for just a moment. I know she does a lot of effed up stuff. Don't get it twisted. I don't mean that. But put yourself in her shoes, and you know you're a successful page. I don't know how, but yeah. So you're a successful page or whatever. And all these people hate you, but you know that false CPS reports are being made and your kids are getting pulled in the middle of it, all because of YouTube. Would you want somebody to tell you? Because I think I don't regret telling her in a way, you know, and I keep battling back and forth. It doesn't matter. What's done's done. But I do battle back and forth a lot with, like, should I have just went to Michael Saltz and left Katie out of it? Yes, I should have. But at that time, Michael Saltz was even telling people, Nat is not in the middle of this. Nat is a victim as well. Everybody believed Nat. I felt I had no choice but to go to the one person who did not believe Nat, which was Katie. Sorry, there's a name that's going by. But everybody believed Katie. Or, I'm sorry, believed Nat. So, I mean, I felt I had no option. I did what I thought I had to do.
The thing is, though, like at that time, I mean, South, he didn't actually believe Nat, but he also knew that he couldn't say that publicly because it would have tipped her off.
Right. I mean, that's that. Like, I thought I had to. I felt I needed to. But again, had people not been so secretive, or I don't even know if secretive is the word, because, like, I don't know. The whole Nat situation just started a really big issue is what I'm trying to get at. There was the whole I stand with Nat hashtag, which means the whole community was backing Nat. Nobody was going to believe me that I thought she was crazy. So I thought, right? But anyways, after I did all this and deleted everything, once I realized that, hey, Katie used that information just to play pity me, I was so heated. And she is such a hateful, you know what, that I told her. I just told her how it was. Same thing Shins has done. Same thing Irish Badass, Tipster. All these people that's tried to help her, she shits on them. And then we go right back to where we came from, which is me today. I will not give her anything else. Nothing. Nada. I would go to an attorney and tell them, her attorney or whatever, but I would not give her any information. I would not give her no screenshots. Don't give her nothing, because she doesn't care. She wants to play the poor pity me. It's bad when Michael Saltz was getting information working behind the scenes, and Katie was given very limited information because they knew she was a loose cannon with a big mouth that can't keep stuff where it needs to be. So the own investigation that she was in the middle of, they couldn't let her know what was going on. Right?
Yeah, because she would have put it out there and she would have revealed shit to Nat, you know, the person being investigated. I mean, the thing is, though, is like, I kind of question maybe if some things did kind of get slipped to Katie from South. I don't know. I'm not making any kind of accusations. If anything were, then it would have been something just not pertinent to the investigation, and it would have been strategic or whatever in some regard. But that's why, like, now upon thinking of things, had I or should I find myself in a similar situation, I think I would opt to contacting the investigation directly, the whatever department or precinct, whatever it is, and just giving them whatever it is I have. Because really, I mean, they're the ones who are culpable. They're the ones who are responsible for the investigation, not the lawyer and not Katie.
Pretty funny. So I'm just kind of here just to let you know, if you see and you're watching a stream and you see people talking bad about me, I know why they're doing it. It's because of this situation right here that I just told you about. There's nothing more and nothing less to this story. This story is what I just told you, and it's my story to tell. So if a certain creator, and I'm not talking about anybody, I'm just saying if any creators want to tell you that I'm on the Paulson's payroll, well, I would like to see the damn check, because I could take some money, right? Pay me. I'm not on anybody's payroll. I work for myself. I don't work for Katie, and I don't work for Todd, and I don't work for Nat or anybody else. But to say I'm so sick and tired of hearing that me and Shins are flip-floppers because we tried to help Katie with the situation. We were trying to help her son, and instead we got shit on because we did the ultimate thing. We're rats. I don't consider a rat. Okay, to me, a rat would be you're tattling on somebody, right? That's not what I did.
If you see me making faces back here, it's not about Sassy. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Told her, you may be in danger, and this is why, and here is the proof. And then after 2 days of talking to her, I bailed. I quit talking to her because she's hateful. She's a smart butt, and she thinks that she has the upper hand, that she's going to talk to you any old way she wants and get away with it. And I wasn't having it. I was done being talked to like I was a child. I was done taking an ass chewing. I was done with her doxing people. Then she goes on a live stream and says, so all of this has come to a head because Sassy gave me all this information. And no, I did not. No, I did not, because I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about the Nat, Little Miss Noble, Dustin. I don't know anything about that. And Katie said on the live stream and said, I told her everything. I told her everything their plan was, what their goal was, everybody that worked with them. That is all a bold-faced lie because I don't know. I've never spoken to
Hearing that, I was like, wow, holy shit. Like, because I remember, like, this was the general consensus, because that's what people were saying, that Sassy had just handed everything over. And now I know where all that came from. It came from fucking Katie. And now think about that, though. Here's someone who, again, who just realized the priorities here and the importance of keeping your kids safe, and just put that above any and everything else, came to you with this information. And then what does Katie do? Katie turns around and frames her for all this shit, throws her under the bus, and just puts a huge target on her back. That's what Katie did. That's what fucking Katie did. That's what a mother did to someone who considered the safety and well-being of her child, of the woman's child. That woman, that's how that woman repaid her. Wow. I mean, like when this shit happened, like she said earlier here, this happened on June 18th. Or it started happening on June 18th. I'm going to say she said they were talking for 2 days. So by June 20th, it was over. Kay Baxter's stream was July like 19th or something, I think. So a good month later. So from Katie just hearing from Sassy that Nat is out to get her, Nat is doing this. Katie then took that month and went after Nat to try to, I don't know. Katie took it upon herself. And see, this is something I kind of realized about Nat, that because we've all seen like all these crazy videos from Nat, you know, she'd apologize, she'd admit to lying, she'd put, you know, say, oh, it was this, it was that. And the thing is whatever the popular conversation was, or the popular suggestion was at the time, that's what Nat went with. So people were saying how, oh, I think Salts is behind it, or our Swanson's behind it. Well, then Nat would come out with some elaborate story about how Swanson was behind it. If someone said Katie, well, then she came out against Katie. You know what I mean? It just, she went with the flow. So knowing that, here's what must have happened, because by the time July, a month later, came around, July 19th, suddenly it was Steve McRae's fault. And Tina, me, Dottie, and whoever else are involved in it. So, and now after the things I've seen, because all this information, all these mounds of files that I fucking have now on this shit. And it's useless because no one knows what's real, what's fake, or what's what. So it's all fucking useless. But there's a shitload of stuff. So during this month, and this all came from Nat, all of this shit came from Nat. During this month, though, Katie went after Nat, trying to get things, and basically tipping off Nat to what Katie wanted to hear. And by the end of this, it was Steve McRae's fault. Steve was contacting Nat on Instagram. Oh, and Katie verified it, which she fucking didn't. All she verified is that, oh, look at that. Nat can take a screenshot on her phone of a page. That's what she verified. But there's Katie saying she verified this shit. She manipulated the situation. She exploited the whole fucking situation to turn it in her wet fucking dream of a revenge scenario. That's what she fucking did. That's what she cared about. Not her kid. None of that. She cared about her wet dream revenge here against Steve. Steve, what the fuck? It's your fault again.
Little Miss Noble never spoke to Dustin, and the messages me and Nat sent, she's got screenshots of, and they're on her Instagram to this day. And some are in here. I showed them to you. So I didn't tell her jack crap about that. But that's Katie. She likes to, throw people under the bus, because at the end of the day, her goal was to make sure that, because she knew I had built an audience, she did not touch me, you guys, until I hit 1K. When I hit 1K, she was on me like stink on shit. She didn't care before that.
See,
she wanted to make sure this community knew I was
that's the only thing I kind of disagree with here, because like Katie will go after a channel whether there's 5 subscribers or there's 55,000. I don't think it's the numbers that she cares about. I think what happened was, if she was coming at Sassy before all this shit transpired, then it's because Sassy got under her skin. Sassy put something out in a video at some point that Katie saw, and it fucking got under her skin and it festered. That's what she does. And it's the weirdest shit too. There's like no rhyme or reason to what it is that sets her off like that. It's weirdest fucking shit ever. But that's what happens. So it doesn't matter about the number of subs or who you talk with. None of that matters. If you put something out that she just finds especially egregious, well, then she's gunning it for you.
Trustworthy, uncredible. Don't talk to her because she'll tell me everything. She is full of shit. However, she tried. And there are a lot of people that hate me. Apparently, the whole Discord hates me, right? But I get that. And again, so my final words here. And if you made it here, my God, I love you. Because Jesus, I didn't know.
I do want to point out, though, in the beginning of the video, when she's talking about the Discord thing, what I found kind of just, I don't know, this stood out to me. She she explains that like this whole blow up or disagreement or whatever she had with the mods, and it had to do with the screenshot that Sassy posted. It was a screenshot of Katie's LinkedIn. And I get that the mods and everything are just very, very particular about like what kind of private, or not private, but just identifying information, I should say, is shared in there. And but to hear Sassy explain it though, Sassy explains it as like it just bugged the shit out of her. Like she wanted to just fucking fight with the mods over this. It was like she didn't get it. But then she says, but looking back now, after everything I know, I get it. I fucking get it. You know, and when I heard it's, I don't know, that's humility. That is humility right there. And that stands out to me. I don't know.
It's going to rant for an hour. And I'm sorry. I just had to get this off my chest. But if you made it to the end, please pass word around. If you're in the Discord, let them know. I never meant to hurt anybody. I didn't. I specifically 100% did not mean to throw Todd's niece under the bus. Again, I don't know her name. I don't know her, but they know her. And I gave just enough information to Todd for him to pin who she was, and he doxed her. And there's no telling what she had to deal with in real life consequences with her family because of me. And for that, I am so very sorry. But I can't take it back now. It's already been done. But I will openly admit that was my fault, and I apologize. I will not apologize for taking the information to them, but I would say I would do it differently. Again, I would take it to the attorney and not to Katie. And just for clarification, now you know. So when somebody tries to come and tell you that you don't know my story, you can tell them, yes, I do. I do know her story because she did a stream on it and she told us everything. And you guys be careful on these YouTube streets because people are showing public comments on live streams. People are doxing people left and right. People are hurting people. People are going real life. Just be careful. This is just the internet. It's not worth any of that. I love you guys. And I'm sorry that I went on a rant. I'm sorry this was long, but I 100 appreciate you being here. And thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. If I didn't answer them, I'll be happy to answer them. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. I do kind of disagree with the whole public comment thing, because if it's a public comment on social media, that's in like a private Facebook group, yeah, that doesn't count. That should be redacted. But I don't know, public comments. But that's me. That's just me being picky. But yeah, so I heard the stream though, and certain things of it got to me and everything, and you know, I started realizing like it over a couple of days, like more and more shit came back in my head of what I believe I did kind of talk out on it, and along the lines of what I probably or likely did say, and yeah, I felt like shit because I didn't know any of this, none of this. Like I seen Sassy kind of like quietly make her way back into the community, and I didn't care, you know, whatever, that's fine. But it's part of me, you know, just still kind of held that there, you know, like it just had this impression, you know, like keep it at arm's length or whatever sort of thing. And now hearing all this, and it's like, you know, that sucks. I mean, now I feel like from November to now, or not even November now, from like June to now, like if I reached out to her back then, you know, I could have saved all those months, you know, who knows, we could have been collabing this time. We could have been doing all kinds of things, you know, whatever. And I just, you know, it sucks now. So I'm sorry. And I did see her in chat, I think. I don't know if she's still there. But if you're still there, I am sorry, Sassy. And I really do wish I'd seen this months ago. Okay, who else do we got in chat? Yeah, and see, it says you're not a bad person. I mean, you did what you thought was right. I mean, that's the thing. Like, no one should ever fault you for feeling like you had to go talk to someone and tell someone. Like, that's even if people disagreed with that, like they themselves wouldn't do it, they can't disagree with you feeling like that, because we each have our own comfort levels of what is acceptable and what isn't. And we can't fault someone else for having a different level than us. I mean, you can't do that, I don't think, in my opinion. So I don't know. I just hope no one's giving you shit for that. And yeah, it's a lesson. I think most content creators who cover Katie, I think everyone kind of learns the lesson of you just don't fucking trust Katie. But we all have to learn the lesson. It seems, learned it much more harsher than most people, I think. But so either way, that's neither here nor there, because myself, I feel like as a content creator, I shouldn't have just accepted other people's words, especially if the other people's words came from fucking Katie. I should never have just accepted that as fact, and I should have reached out to you myself personally and asked any questions I had. So, and I didn't do that, and I failed there. So I'm sorry. Yeah, this really does just kind of highlight just how fucking full of shit Katie is. I mean, it's not that I'm not surprised. The more I learn, I don't really get surprised anymore. But it's just, it's never so. I never expect to learn more. I never expect to learn like this here. I just still didn't expect to be this disgusted at what I'm hearing. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, that's true, Steve. She should not be underestimated. Brianna H. Didn't mean to cause problems, but I commented on Unirac's stream, not thinking he called my name out. But from what I remember, just the other day, I was questioning why he interviewed you then talk shit. Yeah, I know, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. See, I think that I don't know. I don't know Unirock all too well. I'm not confident in I don't know any conclusions really I come to, but I kind of wonder if after that interview, because it was talked up for our debates or whatever, back and forth on Twitter, I think it was kind of built up to where people were expecting some like debate or some fight, or his people I think were expecting to see me like put in my place or whatever, and then to show his people to show up to see what was just like a lovely like walk along the beach or whatever of a talk. You know, it was lovely. And for them to see that, I think they got pissed off, and I think they kind of lashed out at him, and I think he kind of caved into it. So that's why I think he started talking shit. But I could be wrong. She literally made an Instagram post saying, "See, told you so," within minutes of me telling them. Yeah. I mean, I had no clue about any of that at the time. That's fucking disgusting. Thank you, Al. Oh, that sucks, Autistic Shell. I'm sorry. Hey, Claire. She's cunning and remorseless. Yep. You just on YouTube, Twitter, she's asking people to sub to her YouTube. You know, that's funny because I read that too. I read a screenshot of her post or her whatever it was. And she would probably have like so many more fucking subscribers on all of her platforms if she just didn't fucking block people. Like, she probably has caused her income to be, I'd say, about $2,000 to $3,000 less a month because of all the people she's likely blocked. That would be my estimate. I mean, because she's blocked a shitload of people, like an enormous amount of people, and she just does it for no reason. She does it for any reason. She does it for all reasons. She just does it because it's cloudy out that day, whatever, you know. And it's ridiculous. Why as a content creator, why are you going to cut yourself off like that? I don't get it. A sexy black man has entered the chat. Can never have too many of them. Why does that set obsessed with Steve? Like, I don't understand. I don't either. I don't have any issue with Steve, but I don't get why everyone is about Steve. And see, I don't either. I don't have any issue with him either, but that's not even it. I don't even give a shit if people have they can have an issue with him. Have fucking issues with Steve. Who cares? But this isn't just an issue we're talking about. This is unlike, I mean, I don't even know what to call. I don't think that there's a word for what I see towards Steve on Twitter. And again, like people like, I guess, want to comment about how, oh, I'm always sticking up for Steve. This has nothing to do with Steve. And the shit that I'm seeing has nothing to do because it's directed at Steve. That's not it. It's just the shit I'm seeing. You know, I'm just gonna, I don't want to fucking call people out. I really don't, especially a viewer, but there's someone in chat and I think she knows who she is. I find it kind of disrespectful that like, I haven't seen you around for a while. That's fine. That's cool, whatever. But what I do see, I see them talking shit about me everywhere else, but I don't even care about that. Go ahead. Everyone's free and I don't even want to question it or talk about it. But then to just suddenly show up in my chat and just start disrespecting people, like I take that as a personal offense. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not going to call them out. I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying I see you and I don't appreciate it. Like, it's a free country. You can say and do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not even saying it like that, but it doesn't put you in a good light. It's not cool. Whatever. No, Brianna, it's not you. It's someone who I've known for, some time here on these streets or whatever. It's amazing too. Like I can remember being on Steve's panel a few times with this person too. Like it's I don't get it. I don't get why people want to just fucking join up with, no, I don't know. Just, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You're right. I don't know you that well. I don't. So this stream isn't even about Steve. Well, I jokingly kind of threw him in there, but it's not about Steve. It's about entitled fucking assholes who just want to use people and just cause turmoil and make the world burn all around them or whatever, who are vindictive, who have vendettas, who are just dicks. That's what this is about. And, well, yeah, sure. Okay, you know what? You're right. Oh, I'm sorry. You think you've been respectful? You think that this has been respectful? We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. Okay, you know what? You don't like Steve, fine. Go talk to him about it somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Whatever. I don't even care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not even going to mute. I don't want to even mute people for not liking Steve. That's not even the point. But if you feel the need to say this like 50 times in a row, then at that point, what choice do I have? Because I have like the rest of the chat to think of. This is, also my channel and it is kind of disrespectful. And this stream is also about something completely different. So again, it's disrespectful. Where do I have Steve on? I have Steve on? When was Steve on? Yeah, that's a good question, Angela. I have no idea. But from the shit I've seen in Discords and everything, like she's been really fucking pissed off at me for some reason. I don't get it. But wow. So because people mention Steve's name, that's like a call to action or something. Okay, thank you, Claire. Yeah. I know, and I know I'd let this like distract and take away from. That's not even the whole point of the stream, and I'm dropping. I'm ending it now. Thank you. Yeah, I was about to do it as well. I just was hoping to just whatever, because she used to be a mod here, for a brief while, and she thought she was cool. We don't really know each other that well. She's right, but I didn't think we had any issues either, but definitely know that nothing happened to warrant such disrespect, but whatever. Thank you though, Claire. You're right. I probably should have done that a while ago. Thanks. But yeah, so back to Sassy here. Because that's what the stream wasn't really even so much about Sassy, but it was like there was a secondary subject matter I wanted to discuss, but the main subject matter was fucking Katie. I mean, because like back when she did the stream on Kim Baxter's channel there, it was July, a month after the shit went down. She sat there on stream and like I knew she was lying. Like Steve knew she was lying. Tina knew she was lying because the shit that was being said and being pushed about the three of us we knew it was there's no way any of that it wasn't even mistaken as something that you can't even get the wrong impression by the nothing that happened, so we knew what she was doing. We could see it because we knew none of it was true. And then seeing like this email exchange between Katie and Nat. And this is like the verification process that Katie says that she did, that it was Steve, she and Nat verified it was Steve's account or whatever. And she didn't. She fucking didn't. Nat just took a picture of Steve's account on Instagram and then said, yeah, this is the account that messaged me, but I don't have the messages anymore. And didn't even give her the messages. So there was no connecting the account to the messages because the messages weren't there to connect. It was just Nat's word. That's it. That was it. And that's the verification process that Katie swears that proved it was Steve's account. So we knew she was lying. And the whole thing going through my mind was, this shit involved her kid. And she's talking about it. She's using this talking point of it involving her kid on the stream. Like is some reason for her to feel self-righteous for coming at people or whatever. But meanwhile, she's lying. So she's exploiting her kid. She's exploiting this fucking situation to create a scenario that she would love to see happen, but isn't true. Any potential investigation at that point into who was doing this on behalf of her kid, she just fucking like destroyed. She made it so that could never happen. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how many bots running rampant. Are they like in other streams too? Hey, Bacon. Just joining. I knew there was a lie. I extracted that very email, which didn't verify shit. Oh, Regan, that thing we were talking about today that you were hoping to confirm, did that ever happen? I think did you message me? I don't think you did. Because I had an improv show earlier tonight, so I didn't even have my shit on me for a little while. Wait, do I? No, it wasn't you. Okay, no, it didn't. Wait. Okay, no. Yeah, that message is hidden. It's going to stay hidden or whatever. But whatever. Just then take it up with him. Why I don't need to know about any of the shit going on between you and someone else who's, just take it up with him. See, it's not even, this was bad enough and everything as it was. And now it's knowing what I know, it's like really bad, but it's not, looking back, this isn't the first time she's done this, not even with this situation. Back when she did the whole story about how the officers came to her house because someone called in a tip to the FBI that she was hiding Brian Landry in her basement or some shit. Yeah, the cops were there, and yes, a tip was called in, but they were already there when the tip came into dispatch for the county, and it comes into dispatch before it gets put out to the officers. They were already at her house when dispatch got the call. She conveniently leaves all that out. She instead frames it, makes it sound like the only reason why they were there was because someone tried to swat her and say that Brian Landry was in the basement. Because what the FBI would actually show up like guns drawn for Brian Landry in Minnesota. Come on. Oh, geez. Yeah, the worst. Yeah. She said in that one stream there how someone asked her, do you think your son can be convinced to murder someone? Yeah, I do. Like she said that shit with conviction too. I'm not gonna play it up right now. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up though, because I don't feel like dealing with trolls all day, and I got everything out I wanted to get out. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm working tomorrow night, so I'm not gonna be around tomorrow night. But Sunday night though, I'm going to be on PJ's stream. I think at 8:00 Eastern time. I believe that's when it is. Just a second. I'm gonna wrap this up. If you're coming in here, just a second. Oh, okay, he's not. My son just got home from a concert. Let's just say, yep, 8 p.m. Sunday the 1st. So we're going to have a discussion. And for anyone wondering, this came about because she did a stream about mine and about my being on Unirock's stream there. and in her stream, she was talking about like why didn't you and me ask about this, or why, why wasn't this discussed, or all this shit. So I left a message saying, hey, if you have any questions, whatever, just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. And she's like, really, you want to come on? I'm like, yes. So that's how this came about. And though I don't think it'll turn into any kind of battle or anything, I really don't, but I'm not expecting quite the walk on a beach conversation that I had with Uni. So it should be interesting. I look forward to it. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker, Sally Godfrey. Thank you, Angela. Oh, is that the link to? Oh, I didn't even put the link in this. Is that the link that you shared with the PJs, Steve? Let me check before. Because I saw you said 3 p.m. Or no, wait, is that what you said? Oh, no, this is a link to your video. Oh, for April 30th. Oh, yeah, okay, it's after midnight. Okay, so yeah, looks like Steve has a stream planned in 17 hours at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And he's going to be talking about his soap opera spy article. They did an article on Without a Crystal Ball and the lawsuit that Steve has brought against her. So it's a good article. Check it out. And he has the links to the article in the description of this video. And let me put the link here to mine and PJ stream coming up. It's on her channel. Let me get to it. There you go. So there's a post. There's a link to that. I'm just, I think just maybe clarification or just things. I don't know exactly. Just some of the things like, I think maybe just to do with the KJ community and, probably some things I've done. Whatever. At least that's what the impression I've gotten. So I hope you guys will check it out. Oh, and there's also another content creator that I'm in the talks with right now for a collab, but I'm not going to reveal who that is just yet. But she's new. She's not someone from this community. She's from a kind of another community, but she seems really cool and her channel's fun. And I think it's going to be good. Annette says, KMP Katie posted on Instagram that people Google her chin. The fucked up thing is I never even noticed her chin before until she pointed it out. Like, I don't even think it's that big of a deal. I know other people have noticed it or whatever, but I think it's just the only reason why it's the big deal that it is now is because Katie kind of she Streisand affected the shit out of it, I think. It's funny though that people Google her chin. Oh my god, that's real funny. That's real funny. Oh, PJ is PJ's my not so secret diary. I put a link though in the chat here. like just a minute ago. So if you click on it, that'll bring you to the video that's scheduled, or the stream that's scheduled for Sunday, but you can then, see her channel from there. Some people may not, I don't know, may not feel like PJ's quite their cup of tea. Apparently it sounds like, but, and like she and I kind of butted heads before in the past, and she, for a little while there, wasn't my favorite person, but I gotta say that, I don't know, I don't mind her now. Like I kind of even maybe like her. So it's that. You notice, but you know who I'm talking to, Steve? Like who I'm in talks with or whatever? Because what you just, did she tell you? Because I didn't tell anyone. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, we're just talking DMs. It's private conversation. I wouldn't tell anyone without permission, anyways. But she's. I don't care that she did. That's just me though, because I don't want to piss people off, but I don't really fucking care. People say what I say, whatever. I want to stop the stream, but this chat's cracking me up. I didn't know that, Reagan. Okay, Reagan says, this may be an unpopular opinion, and I'm okay with that, but I've spoken with PJ privately, and we've mended fences. I'm trying to be more open to others and respect that she took time to talk to me. That's awesome. I had no idea. That's cool. See, I like you, Reagan. No, you know this? Okay. I mean, it's cool, but I don't care if people know. But I'm like, we just started. Like, she messaged me last night, and I got back to her, but like, I didn't like give it like a solid confirmation until today. So it's still new. Hey, Phoenix. Oh, how can you become a member? Where's the link? Join this channel again. I think that's the link. Let me just make sure that it pulls up the right page. Because on other channels, like I'll click the link and it never brings me to the right place. Oh, okay, it does. Look at that. What do you know? So I'm going to share the link here in the chat, but if anyone's wondering in the future, whatever, if you go to, it should be in the description of every one of my videos because it's one of my default loads or whatever. It's like the very last link in the description, like all the way down at the bottom, all the way down. And now my page doesn't want to move. Okay, so yep, there you go to become a member. Thanks for asking. Okay, on that note, I am going to wrap this up because question anyone can answer. So how much do you take any of your YouTube life into your real life? I don't really at all. I mean, I would, just people in my real life don't really seem to give a shit. I had like one brief conversation with a couple people at work because they were talking about like doing a cooking video, like a kind of I don't know, entertaining, funny one or whatever, and putting it on my channel. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm cool with that. But then I heard no more about it. I think they might have also been drunk too, so I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, no, I really don't. And I would though. I mean, to a certain degree. Like, I don't know. Okay, on that. No, I am signing off now for sure. Definitely. Goodbye. I'm going. Thank you everyone for being here. And thank you guys for listening and participating in the stream, and again, if I did say or do anything, for sure, and I think I did to negatively affect Sassy, I apologize. And I'm very glad that I at least now saw this video from last November. And I will be linking that in the description. I'm going to do that as soon as I end the broadcast. So just wait a minute, refresh the page, and it should be there. So, all right. Bye.